Hello everyone. Today we're back with strengthening exercise for sensitive spine, and this can be done at anywhere, anytime, and it's going to actually support your back even better by strengthening other muscles in your body safely and effectively. Let's get started. So we're going to lie down onto the mat as we always start, and you're just going to think about sending your back down to the floor. Deep inhale and exhale. And then we're going to start to scissor our arms. So one arm goes next to your ear and the other arm follows. This is just going to give you some calming down sensation so that your nerves are ready to accept the exercise even better. And inhale to lower and exhale. Keep flowing with your breath for 2. And last one, arms are down. We are going to go for some bridge action here. So feet are separated wider than your hips distance, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You're gonna inhale, exhale, peel off your back, and then you're gonna scoop your belly at the top, and then lower down with control. I like to inhale as I lower down and exhale as I press down on the mat and lift my hips up. If this is any uncomfortable for your legs, you can always go parallel distance as well. So parallel, hip distance apart feet are also possible. And 3, and 2, 1. We're gonna hold. Lift your arms up, and then you're gonna lower down one vertebrae at a time, and then arms come forward. Again, lift your hips up, reach your arms, and then arms or hips go down. Reach arms down, hips up, inhale. Find length from your shoulder to your knee, and then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Again, inhale. Exhale to lift up. Inhale, and exhale to roll down. 2 more times. We're just mobilizing the joints here and sending some signals to our body that we start to activate our muscles. Scoop your belly up and then lower down. Really good. And set your arms down. We are going to lift your leg one at a time into tabletop. This time, palms are facing the thighs, and we're gonna start to curl your chest up. Look at your belly button. And if this is not feeling good for your back, you can always just resort back to flat back and still pull your belly button in and up to activate that core. Now, the back is not lifting up. There's almost no gap between myself and the mat, and that's the imprinted spine that you're aiming for. And most of us will end up in neutral spine. Keep your tailbones heavy. On your last one, pause. Keep pulling that belly button in and up. You're gonna lengthen that one leg out and switch. And switch to Pilates single leg stretch. Keep drawing your belly button in and up. Think about rib cages going under to your pelvis. Fingertips are reaching long to the edge of the mat. And 3, and 2, move super slow, and 1. Bring your knees in and lower your head down, arms come up. One more time. This time we're gonna separate our legs into diamond shape. So I'm actually opening my legs like this, and I'm gonna reach my right arm to the right side, frame my right thigh, right arm is outside, and left arm is in the middle of the legs. And then lower down. And then press out, and then lower your head. I like to activate the side obliques here. Each time you're framing your right thigh, your left shoulder is off of the mat. And now, as I frame my left thigh, my right shoulder blade is off of the mat. And 2. And last one. And pause. We're gonna pause and pulse 5 times here. 5 and 4 and 3. Keep clicking those heels together. And last one. Frame the opposite leg and then pulse up 5 times and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Relax. Set your knees to your chest just gently. Keep your tailbone heavy. And now let's move on to all fours position. So that means your wrists right below your shoulders and knees right below your hips. First, I want you to not sink in your body like this. I want you to lift up and then have also slight bend in your elbows to the side. And you're really pressing through the palm of your heels or the heel of your palms. And let's think about magazine slipping through underneath your knee and lift up the left knee and set it down. Lift up the right knee and set it down. Once you're ready, pull your belly button in and up. You're gonna reach the left leg out into a bird dog and the opposite arm is gonna float. You can also just do the legs at this time, that's totally fine. Square your left hip down so that hip is not opening up, it's coming close to the center. And pause. You're gonna lower down, tap the floor and reach. Tap the floor and reach. Keep breathing. Give me 5 more. And 4. Keep pressing that heel of the palm down. And 2, and give me a little pulses up and up, up and up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. And then draw everything back. Quick child pose. I'd like to call this semi-child pose. My hair is all over, so I'm just gonna reset here. Now this time you're gonna lengthen out your right leg, making sure that right hip is still squared, and you're gonna lift the leg up, and then opposite leg floats. Try to see if you can really keep that tabletop on your back. I'd like to imagine that I have a glass of water sitting down on my back, and really quietly tap the floor and reach. Tap and reach. 5 more, and 4, and 3. Belly button in and up, no arch in the back. And last time, pause and pulse up here. Just mini micro pause, that's totally fine. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. So good. Big toes touching in the back, and press out the heel of your palms one more time into a child pose. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And rise up. Let's interlace your hands behind your head, and you're just gonna really reach your sternum up towards the ceiling. Give that nice extension. And now we're gonna come right back into all fours position. This time we're gonna target some hip action here. So I'd like to drop down on your right forearm and the left arm is still down. And you're gonna reach your left leg out to the side and think about doing a fire hydrant and reach and lower. Reach and lower. I like to say reach because it's a continuous movement. It's not just lift up and lower. You continue to send that knee outside, and you're gonna notice such different quality in the muscle engagement that way. And 4 more. Keep drawing your belly button in and up. And 2, 1, give me a little pulses here. 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and 1. Extend that leg out, draw in. Extend that leg out and draw in. Again, anytime if you feel like this is not serving you, feel free to drop down in both forearms and you're reaching that leg. 3, belly button pulled in, squeezing through that glute. 2, and 1, pause here. We're just gonna slice the air. Down, reach that long leg, and then reach the long leg up. Down. And instead of thinking the leg lowering and lifting, I want you to think that hip extension, that lifts the leg up, and then hip eccentric concentric movement is lowering and lifting the leg. So it's not the leg that is initiating, it's the hips. Also making sure that this doesn't go into your low back. So you want to really pull that belly button in and up to make sure that core engagement is there. And 3, and 2, on 1, little pulses up, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Woo! And then set it back. Let's move on to the opposite side. I'm just gonna swing around so you can see me better. I'm gonna bring my left forearm this time perpendicular to the mat. Right heel of the palm is still pressing. I'm gonna travel my left leg just a little bit to the center, and I'm gonna start to lift my right knee up, engaging that side glutes. Reaching up from your hips and lowering down. Drawing your belly button in and up. Keep slight bend in your elbow. And 2 more. You guys got this. And then little pulses up for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Set it down. This time you're gonna lengthen the leg out 45 degrees. Bring your knees, tap, and reach. Tap the knee, and then reach the leg. Tap, and reach. Tap, and reach. Again, think that it is a continuing motion. Rather than kicking, we're lengthening out to the back. 3, 2, on 1. Pause. We're gonna slice the air, lower down, and reach. Lower down and reach. Make sure that this does not become a low back exercise. Belly button pulled in. Squeezing your buttocks. Remember, glutes lift up the leg. Fingertips reaching forward and toes reaching back. And 3, and 2. On your last one, you're gonna pause and little pulses up and up to finish. 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower everything down. Legs are wide open, and then you're pressing back. Really great. Come right back up. Let's do some extension. We were on a lot of forward flexion, so we're just gonna open up our arms. Palms are facing up. Elbows draw down, and then reaching up. Elbows draw down, squeezing that place in between your shoulder blades, and reaching up. 2. And last one, squeeze a place in between the shoulder blades and pulse back for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. While we are here, let's add another mermaid stretch. Reaching up and over, and then coming down, reaching up and over. Good. We are going to be on our feet this time. We're on standing position. Reaching your arms in and up, and then lowering down. Reaching your arms, and then you're gonna dive yourself forward into a giant plank and pause. Up 1 inch and lower 1 inch. We're gonna start to saw your plank. So making sure that your body moves as one unit. Belly button pulled in, inner thighs are zipped up. Really strong through the heel of your hands all the way to your shoulders. Head is in line with your spine. 2 more. You can just hold the plank as well. And last one, set your knees down. And then you're just gonna be on forearms this time. Inhale, lift your hips up, and then exhale. Hips up one more time into a plank and pause. From here, you're gonna tap the knee and then reach your heel back. Tap the knee and heels back. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. And last one, pause here. Static hold for 5 seconds. 5. Drawing your rib cages close. 4. Belly button in and up. 3. Squeezing your buttocks. 2. And last one, set your knees down and then rise up. One more time, interlace your hands behind your back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, let's be on our feet one more time. We're gonna be on standing position. Heels are gonna be together, toes are gonna be apart. It's gonna be a sumo squat, lower down and lift. So from the side, it's gonna look like lower down and lift. So there's that hinging action in your chest. Chest is shining diagonal to the floor, and then through the heels, you're pressing up. Head of crown is reaching up and lower down and reach. Lower down and reach. 5, 4, and 3. Squeeze your buttocks at the top. 2, 1. Pulse down and down. From the front, it looks like this. And option to reach your arms up. 5 and 4, 3 and 2, 1. Lift your one heel up and down. The other heel up and down. Heel up and down. I know this can be challenging. Go slow as you want. Keep drawing the belly button in. 3 and 3 and 2 and 2. And last one, left heel up, and then you're gonna pulse down with the heel up, just on the left side. 5 more, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And the other heel up, and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then lower down. Good. We're gonna be on hinging action here. So left leg is forward, right leg is back. And again, chest is hinging forward, you're shining diagonal to the floor. From here, you're gonna reach your arms, thinking that heel to your fingertips is one unit, and then draw your elbow in, gliding that left toes in, right toes in, sorry. And then reaching forward. So all of weight is on the left side. So right foot is just dragging in and dragging out. Give me 5 more. 4. I can lift that leg up. 3, 2, 1. Pause. You're going to float up. If that's not accessible to you, you can just hinge forward. You're going to float up in one leg and pause for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down your leg and lift your leg. The floating leg kicks up for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, 1. Now standing leg pulses down and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. That was spicy. So again, the back chain of the leg to the side glutes is where we are targeting. So right foot is forward, left leg is back. Hinge your chest forward. Think that your arms, fingertips to your heels is one unit. And now, making sure all of weight is in that standing leg. The opposite leg is super light. It draws in together and reaches out. And we're here for 5. Make sure standing through that 3 corners of your foot, internal, outside, and then your heel. 5 more. We said 5 actually earlier. 4 and 3 and 2. Squaring your hips. Last one. And pause. And rise up. Whew. And now, we're going to lower down one more time. Remember, we're going to lift that leg up and then just pause. Your arms can be lowered down towards the floor or to the side, however you want. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, float up the kick of your floating leg, and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now with the standing leg, lower down and lift. Oop, don't fall like I just did. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. and then set it down. So that is super challenging. Don't be discouraged. Again, you could do this with your leg part. Lift up and lower, lift up and lower. And then bending your leg and bending your leg. So choose your variation and don't feel bad if you weren't able to do that. We're just gonna build up together as we go in this series of strengthening exercise. You're gonna sit down for final stretch. We're gonna be on kneeling position. You send your hips to a little bit off to your heels and then reach back. And then again, the other side. Reaching up and over. Both palms facing up, opening your chest one last time. And pause and hold for 3 and 2 and 1. And roll your shoulders. You guys did it. And, I hope that this was beneficial for you. I know it's challenging. We're just gonna up the intensity as we go. And you guys let me know down in the comment section if this was too difficult or if you felt really good doing this. I'll see you in the next class.